I want to let you know about an event. Phyllis Schlafly, one of the foremost figures in the world of grassroots conservative politics. I am very proud to have been hired by her and worked for her, and I still work for her continuing organizations. So many issues, lots of a legacy, someone who worked on these issues for decades and decades in her political career as an activist, a volunteer. We have a really neat event coming up. I'm going to be telling you about it on and off. I want to make sure that you know about it because this is one of those great grassroots events to get involved in. This is a big party being thrown by Phyllis Schlafly Eagles. What we want to do is celebrate Trump 47. That's right. There were election night parties. We had the big election night broadcast here. There's all kinds of celebrating that happened. But I don't remember a giant party in the St. Louis area for our Make America Great Again crowd. And you know what? We want to do that. Trump 47 victory party. We want to celebrate what is happening, the bureaucracy busting Trump 47 administration. Two different events here in the area. March 11, that's a Tuesday night from 5 to 8. We're going to be over at the St. Louis Marriott West. And the next night, Wednesday, March 12, same thing, 5 to 8 p.m. We're going to be over in Edwardsville, Illinois, the outlet at Edison. Two different events. You pick. You can come to one. You can come to the other. I mean, you can come to both. I'm not going to stop you. But if you're not available on Tuesday night, the 11th, or if you're not available on Wednesday night, the 12th, or if you're just closer to Edwardsville, closer to West County, St. Louis, you can pick your event. Here's what's going to happen. $25 at the door. We're going to have food provided. There's a cash bar, but we're going to celebrate what has happened with Trump and his second term, the Trump 47 victory. And the reason we have picked this date, March 11th and March 12th, two different dates, two different events. The reason we've picked it is because on March 11, 2016, 9 years ago, Phyllis Schlafly, our founder, my old boss, got up on stage at what was then the Peabody Opera House here in St. Louis, Missouri at his swing through and endorsed Donald J. Trump for president of the United States. She was really one of, if not the first, big social right-wing conservatives to stand up and say, Donald Trump is our man. He articulates the constitutional positions that we have longed for years. We need to support Donald J. Trump. And you know what happened? Even if you've never heard the name Phyllis Schlafly, her endorsement of him so early in the process, March 2016, I'll remind you, this was far from his victory later that spring in the Republican primary and his acceptance of the nomination that July. Her endorsement opened the floodgates. It gave permission for a bunch of conservatives, permission to Trump. Really, it gave them permission to say, you know what? This crazy, wild-eyed man who likes to fire people, who doesn't look anything like any political candidate or conservative I've ever supported, maybe he is the guy. Phyllis Schlafly stood up and said, that's the guy. She told everyone, we followed losers before for years. We have followed these losers. And finally, we have someone who wants to win, and he's willing to fight for America. Man, was she right. She passed away later that year in 2016, actually in September, before she even got to see Donald Trump elected. All I can think of sometimes, what would Phyllis say now? Seeing what's happening, someone who fought for 70 years for conservative principles in her life, man, I think she'd be having a field day. But there you go. March 11, March 12, we're going to celebrate. On that anniversary that started it all, we're going to celebrate Trump 47's victory. I want you to come and be a part of it. There'll be a little bit of, we'll hear from Ed Martin. He's going to pipe in, the new U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia. We're going to hear from some of the folks involved with the Patriot Freedom Project, the people taking care of the January 6 families. March 11, the day that Phyllis Schlafly started it all back in 2016. But mostly what we want to do, we want to party. We want to celebrate like a Trump event because we are celebrating Trump's victory and his absolute destruction of the administrative state, the restoration of the Constitution, the renewal of America. I'm so excited. I hope that you are. I want to celebrate that.